Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, May 30th, and I just wanted to make a short video to show what the DeMark indicators are suggesting of last week rally in the equity markets. Just very briefly, I'll go over the various time frames for the SPY and the QQQ. So starting off with the SPY daily, I had tweeted last week that the rally, the bullish price flip that took place on the 24th off of these two combo and countdown 13 buy signals was somewhat encouraging. We did get follow through, and in fact, we got quite a big rise out of it. The big question is whether this is going to be a bear market rally or whether this is the beginning of a new cyclical bull market. Obviously, we're not going to know that. I think that the best we can do is to watch and see how this rally unfolds. The first thing that I will be looking for is for the current sell setup, which began right here when we get the bullish price flip and the first bar of the sell setup, whether this continues and completes to bar 9. If that happens, it will suggest that there is some meaningful buying pressure underneath the market, and things may be, the bear market we've been in may be resolving. But there is 5 more bars to go, and the steeper the rallies are each day, the harder it's going to be for this sell setup to complete. So best we can do at this point is to watch and see what happens. If we move to the SPY on a weekly basis, also encouraging that last week we got a bullish price flip, the beginning of a sell setup. There was the break of this TD line right here, which targets to about 428 or so. We'll see if we gets there, but you know it's a good starting point. And obviously the fact that it retraced exactly to the TDST level down, which in plain terms, it's basically weekly resistance, the weekly resistant trend, is going to be very telling in the sense that if it manages to go through, it will show again that there is some decent buying pressure. If it gets rejected right here, then things will definitely start getting a little bit shakier. Moving on to the monthly time frame. Here we go. Really not much too bullish at this point. You can see there was a completed combo countdown sell 13 right here and a combo 13. Immediately the bearish price flip. Bar 4 is still in place. Bounced neatly off of the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. And this trend line right here, which was broken on a qualified basis, still targets down to about 346 or so. So best we can say about the SPY is that there are signs of life on the daily and the weekly time frames, while the monthly chart is still looking very much shaky. Moving on to the Qs, they do not look quite as encouraging as the SPY, at least not on the weekly and monthly time frame. Let me take it in order and go to daily first. I had drawn a very, very sketchy channel here, and you can see that this is the price now has outside the channel. the setup off the bottom is very similar to the SPY. So you have a countdown by 13 here, a combo by 13 here, a good price flip, and so far price has been able to sustain the sell setup. So just like the SPY here, we want to see the sell setup to continue and hopefully get to conclusion to a bar 9. What is different for the Qs from the SPYs is that if you look at it on the weekly basis, last week's rally did not interrupt the buy setup, so the weekly trend continues to remain down, and you can also see the price is significantly below the weekly trend line, the TDST level down, which again is the weekly trend line. So significant more weakness in the Qs than the SPY. There is this broken TD line which targets to 338, 339. Again, we'll have to see if it gets there or not. Going back to the monthly, same story as the SPY. Clean flip, bearish flips off of the 13 combo over here, and the trend continues to look bearish. This line, excuse me, this line targets down to 224. Now, whether it get there or not remains to be seen, but nothing particularly encouraging on the monthly time frame. So to sum it up, DeMark, or for that matter, any other technical indicator, is not going to tell you whether this is a bear market rally or whether this is the beginning of a bull market. Best I think we can do is to try to look at what the indicators suggest and where the probabilities lie. And right now, I think for both the Qs and the SPYs, it's a wait and see situation, at least until we see the daily chart conclude a sell setup, which again would suggest that there is decent buying strength behind the market. And if it does not, then this will have been just another weekly-ish, if tradable, bear market rally. That's it for now, and good luck trading this coming week.